What's you doing?
Makeup?
Looks pretty good to me. We'll just leave it.
Remove this itty bitty mustache to do baby's makeup. Oh, this is not okay. Redo that. Oh my, yeah. Okie pokey weirdos, I'm Rev, and welcome to my world of cosplay shenaniganery. I have become absolutely obsessed with K-Pop Demon Hunters, like plenty of people have by this point, and I wanted to cosplay a large number of the characters. I wanted to go with all the characters that I knew I could closet cosplay or easily thrift the things quite quickly. So here are a number of the cosplays that I figured out. I managed to pull together cosplays for Bobby, Derpy, Demon Baby Saja, and our bright and colorful baby Saja. So, let's go with Bobby first, because he is my favorite character. I mean, why is this guy just me watching the show?
Okay, I can handle this. I'm not having a nervous breakdown.
Also me, and also me. Yeah. This is my bin of natural colored wigs, because yes, I have 2 large storage bins full of wigs. It makes it easier to closet cosplay multiple characters, especially when wigs are so small and easily stored. Let's see what we got in here for black. Slightly brown, but mostly black. Maybe. Black. Black, but extremely short. I know that's not gonna work. Black, long. Black. Probably not. What are you? It's very matted. What is it? Oh, that might work. Edward Scissorhands, not it. But this one, that's a maybe. I definitely need to brush it out. This one's actually from a thrift store, and it has wig clips in it. And a sequin blazer. This is for Jagged Stone from Miraculous Ladybug. After kidnapping the jacket from its original cosplay, I realized it was going to need a lot more gold detailing than even Jagged Stone's has. But I also didn't want to take an eternity to put a whole bunch of gold detailing on it that I was going to be taking off soon after. Therefore, I tacked on a bunch of gold twine, i.e. couching, spiraling it around one arm, and then crisscrossing it across the chest of the other half of the jacket. That way there would be more gold on either side, but not an excessive amount that I would just be taking off. Enough to get the point across without me having to sit there forever, stitching and unstitching the gold. After brushing out the wig, I steamed the bangs by pulling them backwards and then steaming them in place so that they would stand up when they folded back the correct direction. But I know, I cosplayed Bobby with my own hair, but this was the wig that I was possibly going to wear. Yeah, y'all are thanking me now, right? This thing's a hot mess. Yeah, no, I think it was better with my own hair. So I grabbed my lightest gray t-shirt, because oddly enough, I do not own a white one, blue skinny jeans, my wannabe Converse, my convention lanyard, and now it is time for a mustache. Crap. It's really watery. Can't have it make a mess. I'm already wearing the costume. Let's see if we can get these little marks. Eh? Let's do it. This battery's about to die, so I have to be on my phone.
Everyone look alive. All right, looking good over there. Okay, ready? Ready. But where are the girls? What? Where are they going?
Hi. What are you doing? About to eat our pre-show ramen. Pre-show? What about the show? Why are you so late?
You deserve it.
Me? Oh, no, I couldn't possibly. Just kidding, road me. I'm a 34 short, please. See you in a couple weeks, girls.
Bye, Bobby.
Ran into the shelf. Ow. These girls are chatty. is snagging? What is snagging?
Sasha boys are going to completely viral after that Friday show. Mommy, control the children. That's my girls. Not sure about this whole demon thing. I mean, they seem like nice people, but loving the energy.
Oh, I just drank my water. I didn't ruin my mustache, did I?
Hey, girls. Just wanted to bring some last-minute pick-me-ups. I know things have been really stressful lately, and you've been working so hard on the auto routine. For what it's worth, I am proud of you, and I just want you to know I'm here for literally anything you need.
I did not rewind that far enough. Remove this itty bitty mustache to do baby's makeup. I think that was the easiest makeup removal I've ever done for cosplay before. On to Derpy the Tiger. I haven't done a full-on proper face paint in a long while, and I do have cheap Halloween face paint for this project, so please give me some grace. The last couple were Angel Dust and Legoshi, and both of those don't have nearly as much detail as this guy's gonna have. Because I do plan to paint his giant eyes on my face. We shall see how that turns out. I am a little rusty on the face paint. And now I am in desperate need of all the fans running in my room at the moment, so I'm going to let VoiceOver Rev take over while I do my makeup. I kept waiting to strongly associate myself with one of the girls, but I so much more associated myself with Bobby and the frickin' tiger. We love Derpy in this house. Also, the bird was the perfect embodiment of my brother.
Wow. I think I'm just going
So I feel like it was even more so perfect that these two are always together. And before this makeup goes completely awry, allow me to show you some of the props I made for Derpy. Or at least attempted to make. As you can see, I had attempted to sculpt his tusks, but they just kept ending up being way too big and not fitting my tiny face, so I realized that I would have to paint them on. For the ears, I thought, he has blue fur, so let me collect my blue fur. I have this, or this, or this. And I thought this was going to be the closest color match. However, after looking at a reference photo, the front of his ears are a very, very light blue, and then the back of them I knew were black. So I already had the black ready to go, and these little pom-poms are actually the perfect size for the ear. I already used pom-poms like these on the regular to make small ears. And then I can use this stuff for the front. The color is really close. His is slightly lighter, so I'm gonna go in with a dry brush and put some white on there to lighten it up. I could use an airbrush, but I don't want to take all the time to set that stuff up just to get a little bit of white in this. So, time to make some ears. Then I moved on to that adorable tongue and little note. I got some light pink felt and then cut the card out of poster board. Doing a little bit of painting and sharpieing to get the last details in. And here in the makeup is where I know I screwed up. I wanted to do his eyes a completely different way. I wanted to put them below my own eyes, make them super massive and detailed, but my boss had called me in last minute for work.
Oh my god.
Something that was going to be a 16-hour makeup suddenly became a 4-hour makeup. So what we get is what I managed in a very short amount of time compared to what I originally planned, and while I very much dislike it, I know I can do better. Please let me know in the comments if you'd like to see me revamp Derpy.
No more hiding, now I'm flying. Minnesota pop.
And just get more on my hands instead of wiping it off. Oh, this yellow stains so bad. No! I think that's as close as I'm gonna get. I'm gonna work with this. Now where's my black lipstick? After doing this makeup, I did go back and look at other creators' variations of this character. Seeing all the wide variety of art mediums like crocheting, knitting, painting, drawing, and even art dolls, I mean, KP herself had to try 5 different times to get this boy's face right. That made me feel a little bit better about me struggling with this character's face, because he really is seriously detailed and oddly proportioned, and I've noticed a lot of people struggle with recreating this adorable face. I managed to thrift this blue stripy top the day before, which worked out really well for his color scheme. For my brother cosplaying Sussie, we actually were able to piece together everything from what we already had. My brother wore a full black outfit, black t-shirt and jeans. Then we had a basic black cloak from a costume store when it was closing. My brother already had a Plague Doctor mask. He has a collection of them. Don't ask. And we also had a generic black top hat all ready to go. I was planning to put yellow buckram in the eyes instead of having that black mesh, but again, that day I ran out of time. And then I realized that the ears were the wrong color for the whole makeup look. Technically, the ears were pretty close to what is in the film, but I was making my makeup look closer to what was on the shirt so that everything would be more cohesive, and I did not think about that because I had thrifted the shirt later and had already made the ears. So I went through and found some ears that kind of match, but I ended up hating those ears because they were absolutely massive, and it just did not look right. And I wanted to include this massive screw-up because I wanted to show newer cosplayers that even someone who's been cosplaying for over a decade can make something that looks like crap. Please feel better about yourselves and know that you can do a derpy look better than I can. Rainbow Spider Witch Hat. Felt. I'm gonna flip this thing inside out and cut off all that excess and the tag, and then I'm gonna cover the rainbow part that'll be on the underside in felt. So I have a black hat for Demon Baby Saja. It won't have the transparency, but will live. I don't have the strength to use my black mesh fabric to use and use wire and get that thing all together in a couple of hours. This is going to be a lot faster and time efficient. Let's trim this crap off. Oh, I need to fix that too. I forgot about the hole in there. So I also will need to restitch that hole. I think I'll just Sharpie that last little bit of white. After that, I stitched down the felt, while of course watching the movie again. Next were the beads. I used black yarn and then large wooden beads that were big enough to fit the yarn through. First, I used masking tape to create an aglet to make sure that it would be easier to get the bead on. But then I had to do this all out of frame because I am a professional. Then I tied a knot around that bead so it wouldn't go anywhere. When it got around to putting on the smaller beads, I took a metal rod and put it through those beads to make sure there would be enough room to get the yarn through it. I tied the beads on the strand before painting them so that I could hang them, paint all sides of the beads, and then let them dry so all of this would go faster. Then I ended up painting myself, and I was wanting pale skin for this boy, so instead of getting paint-covered hands, I went and got some gloves. Finally, I ended up complaining to my mom and brother about how I didn't like this design. I didn't have the long black beads, and I hated it. They both ended up mentioning those black plastic tubes that come from the doggy bag rolls, and I was so freaking mad that I didn't think of it myself. And I was also ticked off that I would have to take apart the whole thing and put together a new one. But I think it was totally worth it. But I was still mad. Very mad. I was on a time crunch, okay? For the wig.
Already got the wig.
Yeah. That one was way too long, needed way too much styling, and I did not have time for it. So I went and grabbed this other wig from cosplaying one of my friend's OCs. I gave him a quick washout and a haircut so that I'd be ready to go on time. Finally, I can set up the backdrop and get to some makeup. Now the fires of hell look pretty. They're so sparkly. My makeup table for baby. A whole bunch of sparkly purple things. Hopefully something will work here. Various face paints. And here's me. I have to wear the turtleneck so I'm not pulling it down over the makeup, but then I gotta cover it up. I've got an old Littlest Pet Shop towel to wrap around myself so I don't screw up the turtleneck while doing the makeup. I also have black nail polish. Technically, his nails are not black in this, but I'm going for vibes. I want a really, really light purple for the face, so I'm gonna mix blue with light pink, mostly light pink, slightly blue, and I'm gonna use my foundation so that it's a lighter color, also closer to my skin tone. Consistency will be better, and it's more likely to stay on my face. And swivel. Okay, and keep my sleeves rolled up so I don't get any makeup on my sleeves either. Get the neck down so that I can actually get some makeup on my neck. It just has to be so difficult, camera. Camera, stop. Stop falling over. Okay, let's try this again. I usually just do this with white, so this is new territory for me. I like the color I had originally. This is a problem. The foundation has made it go really brown, but it looks like I'm gonna have to start over and we're just gonna do purple and blue. Alright, now we mix it with white because my lightest foundation doesn't actually do the job. Oh my god, stop globbing out. Now that we have a nice dusty lavender, I gotta slather it on my face. I get it on my ears this time too because his ears are showing around the wig. I totally forgot to put my base down. I need to get this off of my face before I have an allergic reaction and put my base down. I am all over the place today. A base for making sure I don't have an allergic reaction to any of the makeup. Sunscreen, setting spray, layers. And if any of you want to get on to me about using makeup I'm allergic to, I'm allergic to all the makeup. We have yet to find anything I'm not allergic to, so I use things that I am less allergic to and then create a barrier for my skin with things I'm not allergic to. Luckily, with the makeup that I'm using, almost everything will only make my eczema act up, and then that's the only reaction I'll have. Otherwise, I get makeups that make me break out in a rash, or makes my face swell up, which is way worse than just a little bit of eczema right after cosplaying. Most people should be putting a barrier on their skin in between them and their makeup anyway. Setting spray! And now I can put the purple stuff on my face. I really want this purple to be a light coverage. It's a little patchy right now, but I'm gonna see what setting powder does for me. Hopefully level it out a little. If not, I can do another light layer, but I'm trying not to do full-on thick face paint. The tiger was enough for me last time. That was a lot of face paint and it didn't even work out. It's so sad. It was a lot of work that just... Setting powder. Need a little more further back on my neck here. And a little more on my ears. I really feel like I'm in the midst of doing a Star Trek alien of some sort. I'm gonna start on his patterns and kind of his eye area, but his patterns do change a few times throughout different pictures. So don't yell at me if the patterns aren't exactly the way his are in one picture compared to another. Actually, I think I could probably use this lip gloss as at least as a base. Map it out with the lip gloss. Don't you hate it when you get an itchy nose while you have makeup absolutely all over your face? Ow! And I don't have to do my forehead because his hair covers it. Yay! Oh, you know what? I should probably put eyeshadow on my eyelids before I get into that. That one. If you can tell, I was working really hard to get the face paint to match this eyeshadow exactly. Oh my god, why is that eye burning? Oh crap. And now I have to do over this part of my makeup because my eye is a big whiny crybaby. Now I can line my eyes. Whoa, my eyes are watering like crazy. Please stop. Took a snack break. Did my wings. They're not exactly the way I want them, but I have to stop where I'm at, otherwise I'm gonna go way too far. Now I can put the patterns around his eyes and maybe adjust the eyeliner later. See, I need to darken them up a little bit. This is actually liquid eyeshadow. Let's see if that does anything for me. Since I couldn't get a whole lot out of that really dark purple, but it added some nice color variation, he's almost done. Yay. Oh, he has one spike coming off of his lip here. Now, for those of you paying attention, I'm actually doing this backwards because my camera flips the image when I record it. So it's a lot easier for me to look at the image and do exactly what I see on the image instead of trying to flip it on my face because the camera's gonna flip it anyway. Actually, instead of mixing a dark purple, I might be able to steal some color off of this dark purple lipstick, which will be my lipstick. Felt a little too dark, so I just used it to put in some shadows to have more color variation. And now for the lipstick. Alright, time to do setting spray, do my nails, wait for those to dry, and then film. Can you tell why I wanted to do my nails? It's got sparkles in it. And we're gonna get a light dusting on my hands as well. I said screw it for the body paint on my hands because it was going to get absolutely all over everything with body paint on my hands, and I could not get more paint on all of my black articles of clothing. Super harsh purple lighting to help blend the hands in some with the face paint. Cloak. This is actually a children's Scream costume cloak. I wish the sleeves were a little baggier, but meh. It'll have to do. I am going to rip this button off. Maybe. I am going to cut this button off. He has his hair in his eyes, but I do not like hair in my eyes. I would like to do a little more layering and adjusting with this wig, but I ran out of time for today. But I think this wig is as good as we're gonna get for today. There's a bobby pin back here. Beads just sit on my head like this, and then I put the hat on top. It pops off. Okay, hang on. I gotta cut this hole open a little more. Hopefully, I made the hole big enough for the wig. Yeah, there we go. Should have put the cloak on first before the hat. The math of cosplay. The order of operations. I almost forgot his chains. Shame on me. Come on.
There we go. I'll be your idol.
Is it me? Am I the drama? I don't think I'm the drama. Maybe I am. Am I the villain? I don't think I'm the villain.
Oh, the freaking hat. How does he not knock his hat off? Because he's a cartoon.
Most of my demonic Baby Saja content is copyright music, so I can't play a whole lot for you here. Here are a couple little clips.
Freaking hat. Nice. I'm eating dinner while filming. Unlike Baby and all the other Saja boys, you cannot just eat souls. Ah. Rewind. I hit play. You didn't believe me. X gonna give it to you. I always think of Deadpool. I can't. Oh, this is not okay. Let's redo that. Oh my, yeah. Fix this. On either side, you goober. No floof back. Put the hat on top of it. Oh, wrong way. It's a rainbow witch hat. Yeah, it's the wrong kind of hat. It's a rainbow witch hat. I flipped it inside out. Put felt on the bottom. The felt would tuck in. Hello. There we go. I know it's not historically accurate. For those who are purists and want it to be better. He wears a newsboy cap, right? It's not yellow, but it's his dark theme, so... Better? No? You'll get over it. I got 2 songs left and I can feel my wig cap slipping up inside the wig. I gotta finish this up.
And for the final cosplay, my bright and colorful Baby Saja will actually be getting his own video. This costume had a lot more going into it than I originally planned, and also I dislocated my shoulder and sprained my ankle, and I'd rather be able to do the soda pop dance correctly, so I'm waiting on that until I have healed. For now, here is what I have so far of Baby Saja's costume.
Cosplayers help! Which sweater do I use? Baby Saja cosplay. Pulled together with thrifted items. This one is closer to the right color and neckline, but while the sleeves are baggy, it's not nearly long enough on me. And yes, I do have the fabrics to put the diamonds on it later, but I need my base first. This sweater is a slightly brighter pink, and it is a V-neck. However, it hangs on me the correct way, it is oversized enough, and it is actually fuzzy. So, which sweater do I go with? And for a quick rundown of the rest of the costume, cute holographic shoes, already got the wig. The purple jeans are not quite skinny enough on me, so I will have to tailor them, and I'm going to dye them a slightly darker purple. The hat is still coming in the mail. It's going to take forever to get here. I wanted to cosplay him immediately, but the hat won't be here until mid-August. I waited to get that in the mail for a month, even though I was paying for Prime shipping. Now, it doesn't look like it's the wrong color yellow, but it is actually a very dark. The camera's doing a very good job of making it look brighter. But these are my bright yellow Tweety Bird shorts. This is the color the hat is supposed to be. This is the color the hat came in as. A super dark mustard yellow. I am returning this freaking hat. I am ticked off. I am just going to frickin' make my own, like I thought I might need to. Also, this hat would not have fit over the wig, because it is a bit small for that anyway. Making my own, screw the frickin' shipping. Luckily, they're letting me return it. Also, luckily, I've pretty much already made this hat before, except for putting the brim on it, because it's essentially the same thing that I did with my Bernard hat, but on a slightly smaller scale, and add the brim.
The vote ended up being the darker pink sweatshirt, but that one was the one that I ended up agreeing with because the collar and shirt showed from underneath, and I felt like that was a more important aspect of the costume rather than having a fuzzy sweater. And that is what I managed to pull together for some K-Pop Demon Hunter closet cosplays or quickly thrifted cosplays. Thank you ever so much if you made it all the way to the end of the video, because watch hours are super important right now. I would greatly appreciate it if you would remember those subs, comms, thumbs, and a ding. They help me a lot and they're free for you. And if you can afford it, there is Patreon with my dance content, because I am training to be an aerialist, as well as Ko-fi for behind the scenes cosplay content. Thank you again for hanging out all the way till the end, and welcome to the madness!
This.
I kind of need that.
And, this is also pretty shiny. Look at that. It's mine now.
Perfect.